Catalonia is an autonomous republic in the northeast of Spain. Catalan is the official language. Es un idioma muy diferente de español. Es muy distinto también. ¿Cómo va, señor? Muy bien. Un placer conocerte. Muchísimas gracias. Barcelona, the birthplace of flamenco. A vibrant city, celebrated for its stunning semi-tropical beaches, bustling outdoor markets, and endless festivals. The city is home to iconic architectural wonders. It boasts a rich artistic heritage, including the legendary Pablo Picasso. Historical legacy. Catalonia archaeologists have unveiled countless treasures from the past. Europe's largest set of Ice Age rock art is in Catalonia. In 1892, the oldest recorded human jawbone in Europe, dating back 65,000 years, was discovered at the Banyoles quarry outside of Barcelona. El Barranc de la Boella. Quick note, there are two spellings of Acheulean. Both are correct. Emerging archaeological evidence reveals an advanced prehistoric culture in northeastern Spain, dating back 800,000 years. Headline News 1 Colombia. Archaeologists in Spain discover Europe's first advanced stone tools. Continuing, the researchers found that the ancient hominins residing in what is now Spanish region of Catalonia managed their resources well and even transported them effectively. Acheulean is a bifacial handheld artifact, most closely associated with Homo erectus. Dates for Acheulean stone tool making kits range from 1.7 million years ago to 200,000 years ago. Diego Lambao, PhD de Galicia, quote, "The Barranc de la Boella had the first dispersions of Acheulean in Europe, marking a turning point in the technological history of the continent." End quote. The archaeologists involved in the study described how the toolmakers had a quote-unquote higher level of expertise than toolmakers of the more primitive Oldowan tools found on the African continent. Oldowan tools were discovered by Louis Leakey at the Oldowan Gorge in the 1940s. It is the simplest form of the lithic industry. Paper, Beyond Large-Shaped Tools, Technological Innovations. Our research focuses on the technological behaviors of hominids at Barranc de la Boella, examining technological aspects including raw material management, large flake production, and spatial temporal integrity of reduction sequences. Continuing, our findings reveal significant advancements and anticipatory behaviors at El Barranc de la Boella, such as the use of procedural templates and production of large-shaped tools governed by principles of gestural economy. Early Europeans, evidence of advanced cognitive abilities. The authors posit that large cutting tools demonstrate a significant advance in cognitive abilities and technical skills compared to earlier techno-complexes like the Oldowan. Continuing, thus this iconic tool has been considered a milestone on the evolution of the technological behavior of the genus Homo and an insignia of cognitive complexity. A key point, although the authors identify some technological background at Ubeidiya and possibly the Oldowan site in Africa, they note there are some technological differences, particularly in the types of large-shaped tools. They conclude the more complex snapping and technological behavior observed at Barranque demonstrates significant technological advances and anticipatory behavior. Quote, El Barranque de la Boella is a unique testimony of technological change at a time when tools were not only utilitarian but also involved in sophisticated planning and a more efficient use of resources, explains Diego Lombao. Quote, these practices not only reflect technological sophistication but also a high cognitive capacity of the hominids of this period. End quote. David Ruiz Marul, science writer, La Vanguardia, Barcelona. Advanced technology origination on the Iberian Peninsula. Prior to publication of this paper, other scientists argued similar advancements in stone cutting technologies in Western Europe. Two professors, Antonio Rosas and Eudad Carbinel, are familiar to regular viewers of this channel. They published a study in 2014 on Barranque de la Boella. Paper, The Chronology of the LCT Assemblage found at Barranque de la Boella indicates that the Acheulean technical tradition first appeared in Europe around 96,000 years ago to 781,000 years ago. Continuing, it is thus reasonable to expect changes in technical skills which, in our opinion, may be attributed to the hominid dispersal events that date to before the definitive colonization of Eurasia during the Middle Pleistocene. Note, definitive colonization refers to the out of Africa temporal period of 45,000 years ago to 55,000 years ago. Rosas, Carbonell et al. Suggest that the LCT technology was in the Iberian Peninsula much earlier than any migration from the Africans. Note, the earliest date is 96,000 years ago, some 45,000 years before the recent out of Africa model. Two pioneering archaeologists hit the mark. Another paper came out in 2016 by Israeli scholar Gonen Sharon and Catalonian PhD Deborah Barsky, The Emergence of the Acheulean in Europe, A Look from the East. Sharon and Barsky boldly defied the entrenched academic establishment with a stunning prognostication. The two colleagues suggested the Iberian Peninsula was the birthplace of early Acheulean technology, and the Levant, further to the east, represented late Acheulean. Paper. The debate is if European biface assemblages originated outside of Europe in Asia, or the Levant to the east, or in Africa to the south, or whether they were a local European development. Paper. Large flake European Acheulean, we suggest, should be seen as the earliest stage of the Acheulean presence. The large flake Acheulean sites of Europe are found primarily in the Iberian Peninsula. Continuing, all other later Acheulean sites in the continent can be attributed to the stage defined in the Levant as the late Acheulean. Southern origin over Gibraltar or through the Levant. Sharon and Barsky mention a southern origin hypothesis referring to a migration over a land bridge from Africa via Gibraltar. Out of Africa theory enthusiasts favor this scenario and fiercely oppose any suggestion of advanced stone toolmaking technologies originating in Europe. Researchers such as Manuel Santoja of Tarragona have promoted an African origins for Acheulean technology. Paper Manuel Santoja et al. The European Acheulean industries showed technological features in common with the African Acheulean. Out of Africa proponents may particularly be interested in portraying Oldowan technologies as being as advanced as Acheulean. It should be noted that Santoja is affiliated with the Leakey Foundation and has participated in numerous excavations at Oldowan Gorge, which may influence his perspectives. Local evolution or population migration. Quick definition: Mode 1 simply means Oldowan, Mode 2 is Acheulean. Conclusion from the 2024 paper: although some authors have vaguely discussed the Mode 2 character of El Barranc de la Boella, Santoja et al. 2016, the data presented and discussed here, together with the increased number of large-shaped tools recovered, allow us to confirm that Barranc de Boella represents the first known occurrence so far of this behavior in Western Europe. Regarding the debate on whether Barranc de la Boella represents a local evolution or a population migration, we could interpret that the gradual evolution in napping strategies from the Mode 1, which would reflect a possible local evolution from Mode 1. This is especially the case considering that Barranc de la Boella lithic assemblage presents some similarities with European Mode 1 and Middle Pleistocene assemblages 780,000 years ago to 600,000 years ago. Note, those are precisely the proposed dates for the last common ancestor in Western Europe. Finally, the author suggests that if the lithic technology was not a local innovation, a Gibraltar out of Africa route is less likely. They consider the northern Mediterranean coastal route to be the most plausible hypothesis. While improvements in Oldowan toolmaking may have begun in Africa and spread to the Levant, the emerging evidence suggests that advanced stone tool technology originated on the Iberian Peninsula and not in Africa. This new paper firms up the previous findings of Sharon and Barsky and provides strong evidence supporting the Iberian Peninsula as the origins of bifacial large stone technology. But who was the stone tool napper? Homo Antecessor or their direct descendants in Europe? Given the dates, 700,000 to 900,000 years ago, that would suggest the technology originated from early Homo sapiens on the Iberian Peninsula or possibly Homo Antecessor. In 2020, superstar geneticist Enrico Cappellini extracted a slither of enamel from an 800,000-year-old Homo Antecessor molar from Grandolina. Continuing from Science, the protein suggests Homo Antecessor was a close relative of the last common ancestor to humans, Neanderthals, and Denisovans. Science, mysterious human ancestor. Homo Antecessor's face shape is remarkably similar to that of modern humans. Continuing, some have argued that Homo antecessor could be the last common ancestor of Homo sapiens, Neanderthals, and Denisovans. José Bermúdez de Castro and María Martín Torres have been at the forefront of the hypothesis that, given the suite of facial morphological traits, Homo antecessor in Europe could be the last common ancestor. From their paper 2019, Southwest Asia could be the origin of the hominids that gave rise to Homo antecessor, but also the origin of the last common ancestor. Could Homo antecessor, the progenitor of modern Europeans, have been the brilliant innovator behind Acheulean tool technology 700,000 to 900,000 years ago? Or could the stone tool making innovator have been an early Homo sapien direct descendant of Homo antecessor in Southwest Europe 500,000 to 700,000 years ago? Fossil jawbone discovery in Catalonia. Be sure to check out our past video on this channel of the Homo baniolis mystery. In the 1890s, an eccentric adventurer dentist discovered a jawbone in a quarry in Banyoles near Barcelona. To this day, scientists are unsure whether it belongs to a Neanderthal, an early modern human, or some other enigmatic hominid species yet to be identified, possibly Homo antecessor. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.